What's going on, everybody? My name is Joey Mantia, and welcome to the channel. Real excited to be here. Real excited to give you, the fans, just a new insight into another race team. I know there's a lot of us now who have done YouTube, so I'm really excited to show you how my team works and how we operate and go about things. So really, this first episode is kind of just more so of an introduction to me, to my race team, my family team. And really just kind of to tell you what our goals are for the season. So this year, as we announced a few weeks ago, PRI, our team, oh, somebody's here. Our team is going full-time USAC National Sprint Car Racing, which is super huge for us. That's been a goal of mine since, oh God, probably 9 years old. I remember being a little quarter midget kid going to Eldora for 4 Crown and watching the big cars, and I remember telling my dad that I wanted to do that one day. And now to, right around 10 years later, to finally accomplish that dream of mine is super big. You know, whether we have a good season, bad season, to say I was a full-time USAC national driver is so awesome. And I really can't thank, obviously, my parents, my sponsors, and you, the fans, enough. Because without you guys, none of this would be possible. Especially, you know, thank you for the support this year at the racetracks, online. We sold a lot of merchandise. And, you know, I was super appreciative from coming out of 600s, not really knowing if the sprint car stuff would work, to now walking in Indiana during sprint week and seeing people wearing my merchandise. That was one of the coolest feelings as a person I could have, is that people really do like me and really want to support my deal. So can't thank you guys enough. So kind of my whole idea with this channel, I don't want it to be more like, you know, I'm just telling you everything. I want you guys to feel like you're a part of our team. That's kind of actually why I'm starting this. It is why. I just want everybody, you know, I love fans. I've probably talked to fans an hour, 2 hours after races just because I enjoy talking to people. And if you talk to anybody that knows me personally, I never shut up. So, you know, a fan will come over and ask me a question, and I will tell them, and they'll probably get more information than they wanted. But you know, I guess that's just the way it goes. But no, my whole deal with this, I want it to make it so you know me. You know me, my crew chief, my whole team, my family, everything. So you can always feel welcome coming up to our trailer, to me at the races, to any of our crew guys at the races, and you know us. Almost like you're joining the team. So I think that'll be neat. And once I kind of wrap this up, I'll give you guys a little tour of our shop. It's kind of a mess right now, so go a little easy on us. And actually, the only thing that's missing is my 600 micros and actually the sprint car trailer, because they're on their way to Tulsa, Oklahoma right now. But other than that, all the sprint car stuff is here. So I'll kind of give you a tour through that. And in the coming days, I'm going to try to get more out. I'm going to try to get some stuff with my crew chief, Brian. We got a couple other crew guys on the way. And then during Tulsa, we'll have footage all week. I'm going to do GoPro stuff. See, I got a little thing, and a lot of drivers do, and actually, if you don't know this, now you do. Cameras on a race car for a driver is either great or a complete phobia. I've had the mix of both. I've had cameras on the car and I flipped, and I've also had the camera on the car when I won my first race at Selinsgrove last year. So for me, it's like a catch-22. But now with this deal, I'm going to really start to hammer that out. I also got in the works full-time or part-time. I don't know. Just somebody to travel with us with a camera and kind of record our deal so I can make this even better for you guys, because at the end of the day right now, I'm recording on my iPhone. I don't know what I'm doing. But everybody's got to start somewhere. And I figure, you know, the best way to do it is take my phone out, put a YouTube video up, and see if people like it. You know, and I'm very easygoing, so you'll kind of get the sense from us. And really just, you know, I'm just super excited to start this deal. I know a lot of other drivers out there now, like Teamez, Tanner Holmes is really successful with it. Just to give you another insight, and to give you an insight into a family-owned team. I don't know if there's a lot of that, at least on the non-wing side. I just don't know. I think really I'm the only one to start doing it, especially on the national tour for the YouTube stuff. But we're all, my team truthfully is a family team. My mom and dad both own JPA Masonry and Amanti Real Estate, which are our two biggest supporters. Along with that, we have Stinger Race Fuel. Those guys have helped us out for years. I can't thank them enough every single year for everything they give us. And if it really wasn't for them, this year also wouldn't be possible because these race cars burn a lot of methanol, and you just need, we need fuel. So those guys are killer. But really, other than that, like everybody else, small sponsors here and there. Some guys help us out, but truthfully, we are really a family-ran, funded team. Obviously, I would love a sponsor. So if there's any sponsors out there that are interested in this, please hit me up because there is ample room, and I will show you that there's ample room on the cars, and we can always make room. But at the end of the day, this is kind of just, I really want to get myself out there more, and I know YouTube is the way of the future, and I'm just super excited. Like this season, I wanted to do it a couple years ago, but now feels like the right time, especially with Tulsa Shootout coming up. I'm running the Chili Bowl Nationals for Mountain Stout Motorsports. That's going to be really cool. I'll be able to document that. Actually hot lapped the midget the other day, and it actually went really well, which is really good. It's kind of like a big micro, so I felt really comfortable to start. And then just USAC National. I think that I can't think of another full-time USAC guy who does this. So I think we'll be the first. I know Teamez does it, but he's not full-time. At least not with the sprint car. He's with the midget. But I'm just really excited to show you guys what a rookie team's, first year on the tour is. Because truthfully, so I guess a little bit into my background, for those that don't know, I guess I'll tell the embarrassing story. So when I was 4 years old, I was in ballet. Not because I wanted to, but because my mom put me and my sister in it. Whatever. It really wasn't ballet. I kind of just did nothing. I truthfully, and there is video proof of me doing nothing. But my dad was like, yeah, no, that's not happening. And I always liked watching NASCAR when I was little. And one day a quarter midget showed up. And pretty much from the first night in the car, I was hooked. And ever since then, I've been racing. And I tell my dad all the time his biggest mistake was buying that quarter midget. Because I could have been a really good football player, but I guess we'll never know. So that's kind of how we started. My parents, no background in racing. So honestly, the most experience we have on our team, besides, I guess my dad and I, is my crew chief, Brian Zick, who really, he raced with Davey Franek for 9 years in the wing world, but non-wing, he was only with Alex Bright for 2 years. So really, we truthfully are a young, small team with no notes for 90% of the tracks we're going to. Obviously, we did Sprint Week and SmackDown last year, so we got a little bit of notebook, but, we're competing against guys with years and years and years of notes, and even years and years of experience. Like, that's another thing for me is, and I still think about it, I'm only 19, and I have a lot less experience than a lot of these guys I'm racing against, and we went out this year and made the USAC's biggest race of the season. So that was really the deciding factor for us of, are we going to go national racing or do another year of just USAC East Coast and some national stuff, some boss stuff, or are we just going to go wing racing? Because obviously, living in Mount Pocono, Pennsylvania, we're in posse land. So this is big wing world, which we actually just picked up today from the body guy, Bill Smith, 717, my wing car for next year that we're going to run. I'll post it the next, I guess, month, hopefully, a schedule, depending on if series and tracks decide to put their schedules out, which would be really nice, because I'd really like to know what the schedule is, because that's kind of like my problem right now, is the only thing I know we're doing for a fact is national. Everything else is kind of like, all right, let's see what we're gonna do. But we dipped into the wing stuff a little last year, and I previously ran some URC shows a couple of years ago. Excuse me. So really, my goal in racing is to be a professional 410 sprint car driver and make it my living. Whether that be winged, wingless, a mix of both, that, will determine. I really like the non-wing stuff, and I really, that's another reason I kind of want to start this deal, is I'd like to help it grow. And I'd like to show people kind of an insight of what exactly being on a non-wing team entails, and, going up and down the road. I'm going to try to leave the cost of things kind of out of it, because, it's different for everybody. I mean, obviously there's be some things that everybody knows, but like the biggest problem non-wing racing is facing right now is, just travel costs and the payout not being as high as wing cars. And personally, in my opinion, non-wing racing puts on a better race than wing cars do most of the time. Not that wing car racing isn't great. I love watching short track wing racing. I guess medium track. I don't know. Or intermediate. I don't know. Regardless, wing car racing is great. I really like it. That's why we're starting to do it more. And it's a completely different ballgame from non-wing. The way you drive the cars, the way they handle, just everything is so different, and it's really cool. I just believe that non-wing racing should pay closer to what a wing car racing does, because we're putting in just as much effort and just as much time and money as those guys are, but racing for half or quarter, really, of what they're racing for. But regardless, that doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we're a non-wing team for this year and a wing team. We're going to do a lot of traveling. I'll be able to show you guys up and down the road. We're pretty funny in the truck driving up and down. What I'll try to do is I'll try to get a little GoPro and stick it on the dash and just let it run and, pick out the best bits and pieces of our travels, because we'll be traveling, obviously to Indiana, Illinois, Arkansas, Texas, Oklahoma, New Jersey, New York, maybe? Should be New York, PA, obviously, Florida coming up, and maybe California at the end of the year, depending on, hopefully by then I can get a ride to go, because that for us is a really big haul. So hopefully by then, my reputation's out there a little more. People can kind of see what I do, and hopefully a car owner out there would love to have me in their car. I've raced for a few car owners over the years. Kind of how I got started in sprint cars is I used to race for Sean Burke, who lives about 25 minutes away. We did some winged and non-wing stuff, and he really kind of got my feet wet in the sprint cars, see if I liked it or not, and really from there, we ended up buying the car I was running off of them and started our own deal. And since then, I've ran my family-owned stuff. I ran Lou Cicconi's number 75 car at Winchester one night. We were really fast and just ended up actually DNFing. We got wrecked out towards the end of that race, but we were super fast all night in that car. And actually just recently at Bridgeport Motorsports Park, I ran the number 7 for Bob Lillick. After my car had engine failure in practice the night before, and he conveniently had an open seat for the next day. And sadly, that ended in the heat race, ended up getting wrecked out. But luckily, he wants me to race his car again next year, so that made me happy. But now that I'm starting to really venture out and just do more, just super excited to show you guys what I do. And, kind of where our team is headed, what we're headed to do, and, what the future holds. And, I guess another shameless plug, please like and subscribe, everything. I don't know how much it helps yet, but please just do it. I know everybody says that. I know that's the standard thing. And I'll have linked in the bio, however you want to call it, links to all of my social medias, my Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, and my website, which actually just as of last night, we got some new pictures up on there of the more updated cars. So you'll open it up and you'll see the big White Flames car. That'll be our primary scheme for the season with USAC National. And we might have some special cars coming out. Hopefully if some sponsorship works out, we might have a special car for SmackDown. and maybe 4 Crown at the end of the season. So definitely stay tuned for that. And then soon we'll have a new wing car design, which will be completely different. Kind of throwing it back to my blue quarter midget. I'll see if... actually, I'm going to have my friend edit all this, and she can plop in, I guess, a picture of that and whatever else. I don't know if she'll take this part out. But, yeah, throwing it back to my blue quarter midget, which really super excited. I loved that car when I was a kid. I still like to consider myself a kid because I am technically still a teenager. So, excited to bring that car back, especially for the wing stuff. And I think we'll probably end up running about 10, 15 wing shows. Now that more schedules have come out for that stuff, that's going to kind of be more towards the end of the season, just because April, May, June, July is so heavy. Even August is so heavy. USAC National, the Buckeye Outlaw Sprint Series out in Ohio, even USAC East Coast. That's another thing. We're locals. And no matter what, that's never going to change. I love my town. I love where we live. My family businesses are out of here, so we're never leaving. And I still love and want to support USAC East Coast. And I guess I'll talk a little bit about them. So really, Kurt Michael started that series from the ground up, and it's grown into such a competitive deal. It's grown so competitive that, and somebody else mentioned this, and the only reason I say it, that a team out of Pennsylvania wants to commit to full-time national. And, racing with guys like Alex Bright, Briggs Danner, Kenny Miller, who's another good friend of mine who I grew up with, Steven Dravicki, right there, you got really competitive cars on any given night that race. And, it's got to be awesome from a fan standpoint, because I know as a driver watching back replays, it feels like when we're racing each other up front, it looks like a USAC national race. We are door to door, bumper to bumper, tire to tire, every single lap, putting it all out on the line, and it's super entertaining. And Kurt's built such a good series, hence why I want to support it, and I want to support it as much as we can. And the nice thing about it too, with it being a 360 deal, we don't actually have to put laps on my 410. So it doesn't hurt us, really, to support the series. Honestly, even tire-wise, that's a big thing. I'll show you guys this year, because we have we're pretty good with tires and, using as much as we can out of them. So just, show you kind of how tire wear works depending on where we are. And, some nights we're going to be able to run the same tire all night. Other nights we're going to blow off tire in hot laps. So it just depends. But yeah, it's like the nice thing with the USAC East Coast deal is it doesn't hurt our USAC national program. It's actually, this car right here is just strictly USAC East Coast or my third backup. If I need this car again in the non-wing 410, I'm probably fired if I trash it. This car actually, I'll show you around the whole shop in a minute here. God, that car's been through a lot this year. It did. So we started the year out at Volusia and Bubba's and ended up, that week was fine. So actually that body, hang on. Went to the Grove with USAC East Coast and had a power steering go bad in hot laps. So going into turn one, I went to turn left and oh no, I'm left and the car is going that way, and head on into the wall, destroy the whole car. So what we did, this frame was still a frame at the time. We took every part that was salvageable off it, the body off of that, or off the junk car, the body off the junk car, threw it all in this frame, and that became our East Coast car. And we ran it for East Coast, even some national. We ran it at Kutztown for USAC National. We ran it at Bloomington for USAC National. And we ran it at SmackDown. Actually, my crew chief and I were talking today. We got these 2 new Triple X's, which I'll show you here in a second. But the car that we've had the most success in, at least for big races-wise, is our East Coast car. Actually, this car's got a win, too. We won at Delaware. about a month and a half ago. So it's a really good car, and that's another thing about Triple X is they build great cars. Ever since I've gotten on a Triple X, I've just been super comfortable and happy. My driving style kind of suits a lot more right rear. So like I like getting in the corner and just driving off of it, and these cars just do what I want them to do 9 times out of 10. But no, I'm just super excited to show you guys, the inner workings of our team and show you guys what a rookie team on the road is like. Because I don't even know. So you'll be going with me. You'll be taking the journey with me. If you ever want to, the trailer is always open. Well, not open if we're usually you know what I mean. Stop on over. I'll either be there most of the time, or I'm gonna try to really have every night a merchandise tent and totes everywhere to sell merchandise. We got really cool stuff for this year. It's Back to the Future themed. My favorite movie from when I was a kid. I still love it. I still watch it. They came out awesome. Kane Screenprint did such a great job. And we got a lot of cool stuff. We got that. Some beanies, some hats. I got last year's merchandise that is this car's design still, which the nice thing about that is we're still actively running this design. So if you get that merchandise, it's still good. And I think I might do a wing car. It depends on, how much I sell and how much I, even run the car, and, just we'll have to see as the time goes on. But no, our new stuff is super cool, and please make sure to just go check out all my social medias, the website, and stay up to date, because we're gonna do a lot this year. We got a lot of cool stuff, especially with Chili Bowl coming up. That'll be my debut race in a midget, and hopefully I can kind of work out a deal to do some more midget racing when I can. I don't really know yet, just because I still don't know schedules, but I'd love to be in a car, anybody's car, as much as humanly possible. So that's really the end goal here is, just a race. Right now, I think we got about 75, 80 shows so far with just non-wing stuff alone. And I know there's a lot of wing stuff we can do that I still haven't put on yet. And, just super excited. I'm really grateful for you guys, for everybody that I'm in the position that I'm in. This has been a real big childhood dream of mine to be a professional race car driver, and to finally get the chance, or not even get the chance, but to have the people in my corner fully backing me and fully committed, knowing that, hey, he's gonna go do this and he's gonna do great, is really special to me, because I've wanted this since I was a little kid, and I can't thank everybody enough. So with that being said, I guess up next I'll do a shop tour, show you guys around, and we'll go from there. So with that being said, welcome to JPA Racing. So little tour of the shop here. We'll start on this end. Over here is one of our brand new Triple X cars that will be running in the USAC National full-time this season. I guess along that wall, we've got a bunch of equipment, parts washer, drill press. Then over here, we got a bunch of tire storage, or really whatever. I believe we can maybe fit a frame up there if we had to on its side. On its side, yeah. But, there's a bunch of tires we have. Over here, pretty much a parts table right now. A bunch of old used parts down there. Micro sprint parts I got to clean up. Parts for the new car. And then over here is and also, like I said, ignore the mess. We're in build season and things have been hectic. And, but I wanted to get this out there for you guys. Over here, we got kind of our welding table / rear table, or rear building table. We got this awesome mount that we stick rears up in, and it makes it really easy to put them together. Also got a TIG welder and a little MIG welder, because you never know on a race team what you're going to need. And then up here, so that's kind of my wall of fame right now. We got our big check from Selinsgrove last year and my 2 checks from Delaware International this year. Kind of got robbed of a couple wins this year, but, that's racing. Over here is, I believe, to be our primary USAC national car that is currently being built. We'll be taking this car down to Florida. Actually, both of those cars down to Florida with us to start the year at Bubba Raceway Park for Winter Dirt Games. And just super excited for that. Super excited to just get back on a racetrack. Then next to it is our 360 car that runs primarily with USAC East Coast. And then I guess over here, this is our little wing program we got building right now. Just got this car back today from Bill Smith, getting a body done, or carbon body done. We run lower tins that we have, but this is our brand new Wing Triple X car that will be ran in the 2024 season when we run winged. And then right next to it is the wing car we've been running. We also ran this car non-wing. You would have seen it at Action Track USA this year. This is kind of our wing program to start. As you can already see, we're primarily still a non-wing team. Then over here, just kind of more shelving for the team. Then over here, just more parts that we're in the process of putting together and getting on race cars. Over here, same kind of deal. Both our 360 motors over there right now. And then up there, as you can tell, there's some nose wings. But we also keep micro sprint sets of wings up there because they conveniently are small enough that they'll fit. And then I guess really, kind of to wrap this up, I guess I missed this. That's another shelf we built. That's got all my micro tires up there right now. Then over here, we got our mule. It's kind of its little home for the moment. Usually we'll actually have it dead smack in the middle over there, but you know, build season's crazy. And then I guess the last real interesting thing about this shop, because it's fairly big, but you know, it's not a super shop like Keith Coons Motorsports or something like that. But I like to call this my wall of fame. These are a lot of the cars I've ran over the years. Really only one car missing. That's my 2018 Micro. But no, each car has a really unique story and a cool story to tell. You know, that car right there, that's my Micro Sprint that made the Tulsa Shootout. That car over there is my Micro Sprint that I won my 2017 Rookie Championship at Hamlin with. The orange visor next to that one is my first ever sprint car ride. And then the visor next to that is my first ever personal sprint car. So each visor super cool, has a cool story to tell. And you know, just super grateful that I've been able to run this many different cars over the years. You know, not a lot of guys or girls can say, you know, they've done this. So, you know, just super appreciative of everybody in my life putting me in great positions to be able to do this. But really, other than that, this is kind of our team. You know, we're not a super team by all means, but obviously we're not a small, you know, super small team either. But, you know, like I said, super appreciative of everything we have, everything I've been given. Super appreciative of you guys. Please, you know, make sure to like and subscribe and tell me what you want to see. Because at the end of the day, you're the viewer, and I want to know what you guys want to know. And with that, really, that's kind of it for this first episode here. I'm going to get this edited. Hopefully, definitely tonight, and I'm going to try to get it out tonight. So, you know, like I said, thank you guys so much. I'm really excited to start this journey. Really excited to see what I can do with this deal. You know, just super, super grateful and super glad that I'm in a position myself to say, hey, I'm making a YouTube channel off of my racing career and off of my team. And, you know, like I said, we'll have, you know, anytime you guys want to come up and talk, as long as, you know, we're not scratching our heads and ripping our hair out, please do. I love talking to fans. I love talking to friends, because really fans are friends, because without you guys, I don't have a job. And, you know, the people make the world go around. And there's nothing I love more than people coming up to me and just talking. As you could probably figure out, I don't shut up. So, just super excited to take you guys on this journey and show you my life, basically, and my team's life, and really excited to welcome you to it. So thank you guys. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.